All right, so we're back. Hi. Today
We're not watching the Black Devil doll again.
we're not no, why would we watch it again? We're not going to watch another pornography, although there is some unfortunate imagery in today's movie. Today we're watching Cruising, starring Al Pacino, directed by William Friedkin, the director of The Exorcist. It's about an undercover cop investigating a series of murders in the gay BDSM community of the 80s. Momo had some input there. I've moved him further away from the camera. Hopefully, he's not going to make your ears bleed this time. Had some fun editing that last video, so trying not to make the video files too big, because my laptop is ass. So, without further interruption, let's see what we think of Cruising.
I think I've seen the characters from this movie.
You've seen characters. I'm noticing you see a lot of you know of a lot of like the memes associated with a lot of the movies, but you don't know a lot of the movies.
Yes, because you have to know I like meme culture.
He's very, very meme culture.
I want to turn it up.
No, I don't.
Oh, right.
The less the people on the internets can hear of the movie,
The better.
The better. The less likely I'm going to get a copyright claim and or strike from the peoples with the monies that I don't have.
San Francisco.
That is New York.
I know.
Oh, it's an Teen Hunger Force thing where they
Yes.
just show you one city and it's actually another completely city.
Yes. Oh, no. When was this movie made?
I want to say 81.
Oh, 81, okay.
80, 81. And there's kind of only one main reason I want you to see this. There's one particular scene that I just have to capture your reaction to on the video for the peoples on the internets.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like, it was the only, like, everything up until that point seemed relatively conventional. Like, I get the idea of what's going on.
Where is it located in the movie?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, great.
Towards the middle, maybe?
Okay.
It is still a very good movie otherwise. So we get good movie reaction. There's a floating arm. And we get the one what the fuck moment, the one what the fuck moment in the movie.
Otherwise, you know, Doc. All right. You give me a cause of death. I can't give you the cause of death from this, but it's obvious it's not a suicide and it's not a natural.
What do you mean it's obvious it's not a suicide? It's just a severed arm. What makes you... I mean, I get... the person could have killed themselves and then somebody later on like, arm.
Yeah, but that's assuming a lot.
Yeah, well...
It's easier to explain it as a homicide.
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
No. It's funny because Al Pacino was a gangster. And now he's a cop.
That's true, yes. He played gangsters, he played cops, he played druggies. He was in the Panic in Needle Park. Guy on the left with the mustache was in Forbidden Zone. He was Squeezett's, not Squeezett's dad.
Oh, he was the father.
Father, yeah.
He was the father character. You're doing a lot better for yourself.
This was, I think, before Forbidden Zone, I think. Or at least concurrently with it. The one on the right was the guy that had the heart attack in Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. You know what we should watch in November?
What?
100 Ways to Die in the West.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe in December we can watch that, because I have been wanting to see that lately.
With Seth MacFarlane.
If only for that fucking mustache song.
If
only for the mustache song and the Django Unchained cameo.
Hey, girls, you working? You break your head to fall down on those high heels. Yeah, so your sister. My what? Come here, I'll break your face. Come here. Hey, man, give us a break, okay?
The movie was criticized for being extremely homophobic because it's about a serial killer in the gay community.
But wouldn't that...
The implication being that the homosexuality is what lent itself to the murder.
But there are people that would do that, so...
That's the thing. I've seen Friedkin in interviews talking about the criticism, and I don't get the impression that that's what he was going for.
No, I think this is more representation. Like, look, there's still people. There are people being murdered because of what they are.
It's like a lot of people give shit to that movie I told you about with Gene Simmons in it, the Never Too Young to Die, where Gene Simmons plays a mad scientist hermaphrodite. And honestly, I don't see the problem necessarily with that. It doesn't necessarily saying that being trans or being a hermaphrodite is anything that lends itself to insanity.
That reminds me, Disney is being a little progressive now.
What are they doing?
In one of their shows, The Owl House.
The Owl House.
Yes, it's an animated series.
Uh-huh.
Their main character is bi.
Ooh.
And she announces it in the newest season 3, that's coming out like in a week or two. Yes, I'm dating this episode.
Oh, that's funny. That's cool. I like that. There's a gay Power Ranger.
There is.
There's a gay Power Ranger. That's cool. I like that.
But no,
Power Rangers is getting it's tasting the rainbow, motherfucker.
I need there to be a fucking main Red Ranger girl.
A girl Red Ranger. We still haven't seen that yet.
We have seen it. It's just they're never the main.
Okay, now here's someone you pay attention to. You'll see a person being depicted as the killer and a person being depicted as the victim.
But it's the opposite.
But they're played by different people each time.
Wait.
And it's heavily implied that it's the same person. But it's not outright stated.
Okay.
Up, Toby. And that was the idea, is that it's never easy to tell who around you could be a killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Look at all the assless chaps.
Look at all the butt cheeks.
I'm bi. I'm not that bi.
You're bi, but you're not that bi? I don't know what that even means in this context.
It means everything in this context. Take it as you will.
Do you find these men attractive or don't you?
I don't.
You don't. Is it oh well, yeah, that's not very attractive right there.
At all.
Like, what is that?
What is this?
Was that even a thing?
You look at that guy's ass. It has like a giant pimple.
I mean, like, all right, there's that. There's
and that's
there's
just
the mask.
unsettling.
That was the thing.
And that's just gay Sylvester Stallone.
This was the community. This is real.
Yo, look how hard his nipple is.
Look at this guy. All right.
Okay, him I could go for, but anyone else now?
I hate cigarettes. I suggest you try an ostrich feather along the small of your back, like you're sliding up to the nape of your neck.
That is very specific.
Why do you come here? Why do you? Because I'm having ego problems. I need to be worshipped and adored.
Fair.
I never made it with a Martian before.
What?
Maybe he just came back from seeing the brother from another planet, and he thought he was hot.
You know what? Fair.
What's his face? You said you didn't like Schwarzenegger, right?
I'm okay. No, I like.
Have you seen Terminator 2?
I've never seen any of the Terminators.
I'm trying to think where you might have seen the actor that was in Brother
Arnold?
from Another Planet. No, the black guy from. He was one of the scientists in Terminator 2, and I think his name was Dyson. Mm. See that works on him because he's got the nice butt cheeks.
Yeah, his butt cheeks aren't spread apart.
And yeah, but the other guys were just it's just regular people wearing just that weird
we're sorry we can't
looking
appease
thing.
To your male fantasy, but
I mean, like what are you trying to say? Not everybody is just gorgeous.
Not everyone is.
You mean
gorgeous.
there's actually normal looking people in this world?
Yes.
Yo, Friedkin, why you got to be realistic? Shut up, Momo. Momo doesn't like
I'm
the
guessing
raised
that's
voices.
the cop. Okay, which one's the murderer? I think.
That's a good guess.
I'm going
and
to
I
say
think
the
that's
one
kind
with
of
the
the point.
aviators is the killer.
It is indeed possible.
Oh God.
The movie doesn't get super graphic. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like what you're seeing here is as graphic as it gets. Like butt cheeks. You will see a lot of butt cheeks in this, and that's kind of it. No dicks. You see, they cut away.
Cool.
No dicks. No fake ejaculation. No real ejaculation. None of that. None of that business is happening here. They're both still wearing their boots. And this one's touching the boots. He likes the leather. He's Rob Halford.
Shut up.
And, you know, people didn't know Rob Halford was gay for the longest time.
People didn't know
Neil
Patrick Harrison.
But that's different. Rob Halford, he designed his look off of the S&M gear that he would find at these gay sex shops. And he's like, I thought it was obvious. Like he was dressed in this stuff. This is what he designed his look after. And nobody figured it out.
And you said this scene, it's every time they're shown, it's a different actor?
There's a different actor playing the victim and the killer. And sometimes they will have the victim from the prior murder
oh my God,
as
it is.
the killer.
It is a different person. Look how bushy his eyebrows are.
Well, no, this is still the same sequence. I mean, like, each time there's a murder, sometimes the victim from the previous murder will be playing the killer. So, yeah, see, the actors are still the same as there was before.
So now, the next
He's still
scene,
alive.
The next scene, the killer's going to be that guy.
Maybe, yeah. They alternate around.
I can't believe you're not afraid.
I can't believe you're not afraid.
Mm.
I'm telling you, that voice is doing it for me. Hurrah.
I'm telling you, there's a knife.
He's got a knife. It's not even like a fancy knife. It's like a kitchen knife. Guy's keeping a kitchen knife in his... Oh, wait a minute. That's a thing. Never mind.
It is the thing.
No, I mean, like, it's a thing in the movie.
What?
That it's a kitchen knife.
Oh, it's always a kitchen knife?
Yeah.
Cool.
They make a point of it. I know you don't care as much about spoilers, but yeah, I won't say any more about the knife.
I don't care. I'm watching the movie anyway.
Mm-hmm. Don't do the nipple. Not the nipple.
Oh, God.
He didn't do the nipple.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I actually have seen this before, so I...
Jesus fuck.
I said, turn over.
Turn over. He wants to see the butt cheeks again. I want
He
to
wants
see
to stab the knife into the butt cheeks.
I want to see the butt cheeks, and then pan the camera down.
The question is, which knife does he want to put up the butt?
Ooh. And is the other knife a euphemism for the penis? Oh, look at that. He's got that veiny shit. He's got...
That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
I had one of those.
I don't need to know about your sex life.
I said had. I don't anymore.
I don't need to know about your past sex life.
You don't need to know about the past. It's going to take it back to the past to play the shitty
We're
porn
not
that
going
sucked
back
ass.
to the future.
Literally sucked ass. That's a different knife.
Wait, it is a different knife. What the fuck?
He says, "You made me do that." That's what he says. And I can tell that knife was fake.
Yeah, it's one of those pushing knives.
Yeah, because the knife in the previous shot was a real one.
Oh, yeah.
Anus was dilated.
That was different.
Death, slight rupture above the anus indicating intercourse.
Slight rupture
We found
above the
semen,
anus.
But I can't identify it.
It's Paul Sorvino!
The sperm here. In English. No sperm. Your killer's shooting blank. His semen tested positively, but it doesn't have any sperm in it.
Oh my god, it's the cutter from Nip Tuck.
Or maybe it has some physical aberration or malfunction. Could be his testes are infected. Maybe had a vasectomy.
Ew.
What else?
I had a vasectomy.
Well, this first
You did?
one here,
No.
that's
Oh.
clean. Which means you never knew it was coming.
I just want to see your face.
They're defensive. It means you tried to
No, just people who
so we have the
don't normally say, "Oh, I just had a vasectomy."
from the angle of it.
Usually there's a specific reason for it, and I wanted to know that story, but okay, I guess there is no story.
No, there is no story.
There's no story because there's no vasectomy.
Nope. Unfortunate.
You've disappointed the Empire.
To the Empire.
It matches the other
Lord
characters.
Vader.
You're a disappointment to the Empire.
Lord Vader, did you have your Sith vasectomy?
Your Sith vasectomy.
No, master.
That seems like something that they would do.
That seems like something they would do.
Just not something they would have mentioned in the movie. Maybe if Star Wars shit gets darker, they'll start talking about like the sexual mutilation.
In the Legends books, they
Yeah.
get dark as hell.
Do they talk about like forced vasectomies and stuff like that?
Probably.
Probably.
Well, okay. I also found something really interesting about the Force.
About the Force?
Yeah,
What?
that with the Force, no matter what you're doing, Jedi or Sith, like
Yeah.
which side you can control the Force however you want, as long as you're focused on something.
But this guy ain't
Okay.
a killer.
Because
I mean,
the argument is that Because in one of the games, Starkiller, who was like the apprentice
Yes.
of
Yes, the
he
Force
brought
Unleashed.
down
Yeah.
a whole freaking Star Destroyer.
Size matters not.
Size matters not.
You get
I
it?
hope.
Penises. It was also a penis joke.
These two cops working out of the 6th precinct.
It works on multiple levels.
Confidential.
What the fuck is that? Is that actually a thing they had in police stations? Alright, yeah. So you can't see this. Paul Sorvino just pulled down a giant piece of brown cardboard over a blackboard, and it just says handwritten in marker
That might have been
confidential.
something they did back in
That
the day.
seems like something that would be logical. I just wouldn't think it would be quite that tacky for the NYPD.
How do you know they're cops?
I wonder who the mayor was at the time.
What year is it?
I'm gonna say 80, 81. Was it Koch?
Hold on.
You know how many guys were arrested last year for impersonating a cop? There's more guys out there impersonating cops than there are actors.
Who was the mayor of New York in 1981?
You want to put on a wire? I'll take you down to internal.
Was it Koch?
Ed Koch.
It's Koch.
Listen to what I'm
So he wasn't the crime mayor.
You get me, Nanny?
He like I don't know anything about Koch's reputation. I know Dinkins was apparently terrible, and Giuliani was the one that was supposedly tough on crime, and Bloomberg was the one that wanted to serve a third term for reasons. De Blasio was the next mayor, right? He was a mayor, right? De Blasio? Bill de Blasio?
I don't know.
He was...
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, look at it. Oh, look at Pacino. He's got the fro. Pacino's got a fro. Bill de Blasio. Was he a mayor or a governor? He was a mayor,
Bill de
right?
Blasio. Former mayor of New
Mayor.
York.
That's what I thought. He was
He was
a
the
mayor.
109th mayor of New York
Yeah, he was after Bloomberg, yeah.
from 2014 to 2021.
Yeah. And then we got...
He was also
this
held
guy.
office of New York Public Advocate for 2010 to 2013.
You ever had your cock sucked by a man?
No.
This isn't even the only movie Pacino plays an undercover cop. We're going to watch another one in December. Or I'm going to watch it. I don't know if you'll watch it with me. It's called Serpico.
Okay, so
You ever hear of Serpico?
no.
But he's basically just plays an undercover cop. And the cops are crooked in that. The focus is on the crooked cops there. Versus like the criminals that they're investigating.
So now we're getting into him going undercover.
Yeah. This is them offering the position to him right now.
Hotel stabbing. I read about that. How'd you like to disappear?
What is with his hair? That seems like a really odd choice. I don't think I've ever seen Pacino with that hair. He's got like a Jufro.
It is a Jufro.
These killings have a similar MO, but we've also been finding parts of bodies floating in the river. We don't know a damn thing about these torso victims.
A lot of people criticize Pacino for this, for like having a very emotionless performance here, but I think it was intentional. I think it's like he's sort of figuring out his identity in this. Like you'll see what I mean when we get towards the end.
You mean like the actual character?
The character, yeah, like it's yeah.
Late 20s, under 40.
He's supposed to be a very blank slate-ish character at this point in the
And then
movie.
he progresses.
Gradually
Becomes gay.
You out there to see if you can.
I mean, for lack of a better turn of phrase, I'm going to say yeah. But
Lucas and Vincent were-
that's another thing
I
people
mean, you can tell from his clothing.
That's another thing people criticize the movie for. It's like basically saying if you spend enough time with the gays, you'll become one of the gays.
That's any society.
And you know that's largely been debunked. That's not actually a thing. And I believe Friedkin's implication here is that he always had these feelings and he just didn't act on them. That's why he's acting very generic here because he's sort of closeted.
You get paid
at
once
this
a
point.
month, you get a telephone call telling you where to pick up the money, you report only to me. And nobody can know anything about what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't get past that fucking hair. It's so distracting.
Why is it so distracting?
I don't know. It just is.
I love it.
Oh my god, it's a woman. There's women in this movie?
Surprising.
I think they just did it.
And they're married.
And they're married, or at least engaged.
And then at the end of the movie, they're not.
You know, I actually don't remember what happens to their relationship in the movie. Oh, he's telling her about the job, the undercover job.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah, of course it's
I
dangerous.
mean, yeah.
Any undercover work.
I don't know how much Pacino's actually telling her about the thing, or how much he can tell her, but
He said.
yeah.
He just said not to ask her about
Don't
it.
ask, yeah.
Father called today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about it? What about it?
What does Stallone want?
What did Stallone want?
Didn't realize
I think him and Stallone are the same age.
He looks like Stallone in this frame.
It's the fucking hair.
It's the nose.
They're both Italian. They have
I
very
know.
similar facial features.
I know. That's why I said he looks like Stallone.
He looks like Stallone. So I like watching these movies about like old New York, just because it's where I grew up, but not in this decade. There's still a lot of neighborhoods that still looked like this when I was growing up. It's like this, The Driller Killer, almost anything with Abel Ferrara in it. Somebody really in New York must have hurt Abel Ferrara, because all of his movies about New York are the dingiest, darkest, most grim shits you've ever seen in your life.
Shut up, Momo.
Even Momo knows
Shut
how dark Abel Ferrara gets in his shit. Like, I'm going to be doing King of New York in December. That's another Abel Ferrara. And Bad Lieutenant. Bad fucking Lieutenant. That movie gets dark.
How dark
And
we're talking.
surprisingly religious. Like,
That's not
what's his name?
surprising.
Harvey Keitel starts hallucinating because he's on crack, and he goes into church, and he fails to solve a murder case, and then he starts hallucinating that a homeless person is Jesus, and he kisses the homeless person's feet, and then he walks out. Yeah.
So here's my question. When they go undercover,
Yeah.
do they still get their paycheck?
Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? They might just have to have it billed differently, like pay it to cash or something, so that there's no paper trail. It's a bunch of magazines. They got a bunch of gay magazines in there. He's not gonna throw them in a garbage can, is he?
Yes, of course he is.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, man. Our world is in peril. Gaia, the spirit of the earth, can no longer stand the terrible destruction plaguing our planet.
This is for the 80s.
Captain Planet was what, early 90s?
Yes.
It was too soon.
It was too soon.
It was too soon.
Captain Planet. He's a hero.
Where's Whoopi Goldberg when we need her?
Doing other movies, I think.
She's
right
doing.
now.
She was. Well, when was Ghost?
I don't know.
Ghost, I think, was like late 80s. She won an Academy Award for that. Did you know that? Yeah, I was surprised. I'm not sure why. She did a really good job. It's just, was there no other deeper performance that year?
I guess not.
I'm not sure it really warranted a Best Supporting Actress role.
I mean, Christ, 2020, the best movie award went to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait, what did it get?
the best movie award of 2020.
Best movie?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Best Picture of the year?
Yeah.
No,
Yes, it did.
you're lying.
No, because it was the only one that could appear in theaters.
Are you shitting me? Sonic the Hedgehog
Yes,
won the best. There's no way. Google that shit.
I will.
It's a light romantic comedy. It's a
Best
light
Picture of
action,
2020.
The kind nobody's interested in anymore.
Surely there were others that were eligible.
Hell no.
Surely.
It's hard to be ignored if I was Patty Chayefsky. But I'm just trying to make a buck. But my roommate works steadily, so we get by. What's your roommate do? He's a dancer.
Did you actually just search Academy Awards or just
I just put Academy Awards for Best Picture 2022. 2020.
2020?
I was bullshitting you, by the way.
I figured. Who did win? Now I want to know.
Parasite.
Parasite. Yeah, there we go.
The nominees were 1917,
Okay.
Ford versus Ferrari.
Really?
I said nominee.
Yeah.
Joker. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I can see that. Yeah, those
But
are.
it was the
those are
only
all
movie.
very prestige
But all
movies.
those movies, they were Best Picture, but Sonic was one of the only movies that appeared in 2020.
Well, it was one of the only ones. Yeah, but I think that all the other ones did have theatrical runs, and I think they might have bent the rules a little bit for that. Like I think Roma was nominated, and that one didn't. But that one was never in theaters. That was straight to Netflix, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, got a burger.
Now I'm hungry.
No. He's always watching these movies with food in them. Wife's gonna make the fried chicken at some point. Hope she makes it soon. I want it.
Yes, we're having chicken and waffles. But I thought that was dinner.
I hope it's dinner. If it's not, it's gonna be dinner. I'll make sure. Want some of
I
that
just need to
chicken.
figure out something to eat right
I
now.
want some of that chicken.
Okay, I can see where the stereotype is, because it's like all of them.
It's all of them. It's all of the peoples. But again, he
Where are
did.
the bears?
Where are the bears? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I mean, an argument can be made for that guy. And Friedkin did do investigations into the actual communities. Like, some of this is, like, legit stuff. None of it's, like, stereotypical recreations and stuff. This is legit what things looked like back then.
They were so oppressed they had to express themselves very, very...
That was, yeah, they were yeah.
Now people can be a little more subtle. Not that they are.
They don't have to be. That's the point.
Also, I found this hilarious. There was a tweet. The LGBTQ community should just add S for straight, just to piss straight people off.
That would be funny. Oh, here we go. This is good. This is important.
What about? A light blue hank in your left back pocket means one blows out. Right pocket means you get one. Yellow one, left side means you get golden shower. Right side you receive. Say anything you want?
I'm gonna go home and think about it.
I'm sure you'll make the right choice.
So what he was talking about there was the bandanas.
Yeah, they mean different
There were
things.
color signals in the community where, depending on which pocket you had it in and what color bandana
It was
you
either
had, it
receiving or
meant
giving.
it's receiving, giving of different sexual acts.
Jesus Christ.
Pacino's trying to figure out which one he wants. Because he's trying to draw out the killer. So he's trying to figure out what is going to attract the killer to him. Everybody is fucking schwitzing here, my god.
Yeah.
Turn on a fan, open a fucking window. And they're all wearing leather. Hey, it's the cop. It's the cop with the schnozola from Forbidden Zone. He's there. Meanwhile, this guy over here. Is his belt buckle lighting up?
He chose gold.
He chose the golden shower.
Why? That's
What?
the weirdest why.
Why did he choose that one?
Why did you choose that one? Why?
What makes him think that that's gonna attract the killer?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this guy's belt buckle is lighting up.
Yes, I noticed. Fucking Christ.
hanky out of your pocket, asshole.
What do you make me watch, man?
I make you watch movies with strong sexual overtones.
Yeah, what the hell? Can we ever
Because
just
it's
Can we ever just
funny.
watch Blue's Clues?
No, well maybe that you said they're making the movie, right?
Yeah, it's coming out in November.
In November. Okay, we'll go watch it in December. Unless there's some science fiction aspect to it. Are they traveling through time?
No, they're just traveling to New York.
So it's just a trip. He's like, yes.
Yeah, and the whole premise is he forgot his handy dandy notebook and they get lost
That's
in New
it.
York.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's dumb.
that's hilarious.
We're watching that in December.
And that's why Steve and Joe had the reunion. They were doing the movie.
That's why they did it.
Yeah.
They were foreshadowing. It was epic foreshadowing of the lost handy dandy notebook. And now they're in Central Park.
Is that Central Park?
That's supposed to be Central Park.
Where in Central Park?
Have you been to Central Park?
How big is Central Park?
It's big. It's about 20, 30 blocks long. Something like that.
Okay,
About maybe...
hold on. How big is a block?
It's a block. You could just ask it how big is Central Park.
Oh, yeah. How big is Central Park?
Hey, and there's Mr. Mustachio. How you doing?
843 acres. How many miles? Oh, it's 2.5 miles.
Yeah, it's big.
That's big.
Smack in the center of the island of Manhattan. There's a lot of parts of Central Park that even I've probably never been to.
Well, yeah.
And I've walked all over that thing.
I've only been to it once, and I did a horse carriage around.
Oh, you had a horse carriage?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
It is.
That's nice.
It was very cold.
Yeah.
Because we went to New York in November?
It was in November.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice time to be there. What year was it? Remember?
I'll have to ask my mom.
Because depending on what year it was, you may or may not have been inundated with Christmas stuff at that point. Because things just got progressively earlier. as you went.
Trust me, I noticed that with everywhere.
4 or 5 other places. Tommy the Joker, they call him.
Tommy the Joker.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I do. I can't move on.
Why not?
He's mad gangster,
I
you
ask the
know.
questions.
You don't tell him? That's dumb.
Does Pacino have this hair the whole movie? I could have sworn
Yes.
he changes it at some point. I really don't know why I'm fixated on this.
Why are you so damn fixated
I don't
on
know.
his damn Jufro?
Is it a Jufro though? I don't think his character's
Kind of-
supposed to be
is that-
Polish. That's the killer from the previous season. He's still there.
So wait. That's the killer.
That's the
Which
killer
one
from the
was
last
already
scene. So
aviator?
it's still him. Yeah, it's still him for now.
By the way, aviators are dumb.
The people or the
The
sunglasses.
sunglasses.
You got to be careful how you phrase things. English deconstruction that you should do. You should talk about the justification of English deconstruction.
Want to get up here?
But it's not his voice though. That's the voice of the guy that got killed in the last murder scene.
Why?
Because again, it's hard to tell who's who and who could be a killer and who couldn't be a killer. The faces and the voices shift around.
Doing it outside is never a good idea.
There were very few places that were really safe. This isn't as safe as it could be, but it's very anonymous, and it was very much accepted that this was the place where this stuff happened. So the people in the community kind of protected each other on this. But at the same time, cops sort of knew about it, so they would start cruising in order to
Down the
catch
street?
people in the act. This is called cruising. That's why the movie's called Cruising. Here he's cruising to catch a murderer versus cruising just to catch people in this sort of
Yes.
activity, yeah. So you could like entrap them for like soliciting and all that stuff.
Yeah. Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Oh, got still that same Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch a Snoop Dogg movie at some point this year. It's The Hood of Horror. It's a anthology movie. Billy D. Williams is in it, and I think he plays a killer.
Don't play games with me, man.
Is that open? Pacino?
Might be his voice. I'm waiting for. Now you see, that's the killer from the last scene. Now he's getting killed, but it's not the killer's voice. That was the voice of the first victim. You see? Oh, he's got the hat. He's got the shades. He's got a leather jacket. Has he got a bandana in his pocket? I can't see.
No, it isn't.
Oh, hello. Good Lord Almighty, it's intercourse with a woman.
Oh, you said you didn't get raunchy?
This is raunchy, but you don't see penetration or anything like that. It's not like that kind of thing. That shot was only there for that. That was the only purpose it served. I guess it's just to show that he actually is still straight. Still straight, air quotes. He's got the shiny belt buckle. I want one. I want that couch too.
I don't.
It's got that squiggle design like them composition notebooks.
Composition notebooks.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Those black and white squiggles. Looks like a Rorschach test.
Yeah.
Only that one's more of the white side of it, so it's like black squiggles. Oh, the washing machine is angry.
Is that good or not?
I don't know. It's probably fine. I'm sure it'll quiet down eventually.
You sure about that?
No,
I feel like I'm in war.
it's in the spin cycle.
So it's probably going to be doing this for like 10 minutes.
It's a machine gun. Someone loaded a machine gun in the washing machine.
Who knows? Might be right about it.
I think the idea is that this guy was the neighbor of one of the victims.
Okay.
So we know that the killer is working in this neighborhood, so that's why he's palling around him and why he lives in that building.
Where's my brakes off? See that?
Screw those ketchup bottles.
Why? You got a problem with ketchup?
No, I have a problem with that bottle.
What's wrong with the bottle?
I have to keep...
You got to tap it on like this one of the letters on the side, and You have to tap it in just the right spot, and that loosens the
What
whole
is this, a
thing.
woman?
No, maybe.
Never knew what set him off, but later he told me there was
You got to tap her in
You
the
got,
right
no, it's
spot.
true. It's true. It's like the 9 on the side of the bottle or something. You're supposed to tap it right there, and that loosens everything. I just stick a knife in the middle of it, and that fixes everything. I don't know why people always have trouble with these ketchup bottles. It's because the air sucks it in, and because of the way the bottle is shaped, the air gets trapped and it locks it there. You break that air pocket with a knife, and then it comes right out. I don't know why people struggle with these ketchup bottles. They're like, I don't want to do extra work. I want to just get the ticket.
We're very violent creatures.
We're very violent creatures. We're violent towards each other and towards the ketchup bottles.
Yes.
Remember that episode of Pokemon where Pikachu had his bottle of ketchup?
He still eats ketchup. He still loves ketchup.
That's still a thing, right?
That's still very much a thing.
That's cool. I like that they kept
Whenever
that.
he does a really good job, he just gives him a bottle of ketchup.
There's a bottle of ketchup. Is that supposed to be something different in Japanese or something?
No!
It's
just
legit ketchup.
It's legit ketchup. His Pikachu just loves ketchup.
His Pikachu loves ketchup.
He likes the taste of vinegar. Although, it's theorized because vinegar, is conductive. That's why it likes it.
Really?
It's theorized.
So it's never been out. Oh, they're just sucking on that baton. So it's never been outright stated
It just likes it.
why he likes the ketchup.
Well, his Pikachu specifically.
Pikachu loves it. And then when the ketchup bottle broke, he was so sad. He's like,
Yeah, no, but
oh, that machine is still going. Jesus, all right.
I told you.
It's weird. It's probably fine. There's nothing we can do about it anyway. We can stop it.
He is so weirded out right now.
Yes, well, hey, he's not used to seeing this. God damn. How many of them are actually cops is the question.
None.
And I think that's also part of the question. People pose as cops, people dress like cops. People of them actually are
Where
cops.
you going, friend? This is Precinct 9.
Precinct
You got the
9.
wrong attitude. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
This is Precinct Night. Hey, that really is Rob Halford. He has the same stash as Rob Halford. Well, that is really annoying.
And you're gonna have to edit that.
I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna be editing that out. It's too pervasive. There's too much fun conversation happening. At least it's not like super high pitched like Momo's chirping was. So this is fine to hear in the background. It actually muffles out the TV, so that way they'll be less likely to hear what's on the television.
This
And they'll
is
really
true.
just hear us because we're this close to the camera, and that's way the fuck out there.
Because you like us.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Because I said you like us.
You like us? I thought you said because you like ass.
I mean,
wouldn't-
that's not wrong.
It wouldn't have been completely out of context for the movie that we're watching.
Why don't we take a walk? Next time.
Not tonight. Aw. He's not ready. He's not ready yet. Just call this Sweaty the Movie. Because everyone's sweating all the
Really?
time.
And then more sex with lady.
And then more sex with lady. Well, no, this looks like it's after the sex with the lady. Or right before. Who knows? He doesn't appear to be getting into it. And then they slow fade to...
You sure about that? You sure
Another
he doesn't
scene.
look like he's getting into it?
I don't know. Maybe he's pretending.
He's faking
He's
it?
faking it. Like, yeah, look at his face. He is completely checked out.
You sure about that?
He's thinking about something else. He's like, I don't know what to feel anymore. Maybe this is going to be the trick. We'll just have a really loud washing machine playing in the background when we got a movie going on. And nobody will hear the movie. They'll just hear us and the banging of the washing machine.
Maybe.
And then that will make editing a lot easier. Right, Momo? Right.
Shut up!
Momo's like, don't tell me to shut up. Like, you won't shut me up. I'm in your mind.
Were you hearing the what the fuck moment?
I don't think so. Not yet. That's a pretty car. That's a Mercedes. It's got one of those Sids marker study things. Mom was like, yes, that is a very pretty car. If I had opposable thumbs, I could drive.
No, you couldn't. Shut up.
Why must you shoot down my bird's dreams?
Because the bird has no feelings.
You like how the opening to Reading Rainbow starts off by disparaging butterflies?
Yes.
Have you seen the meme with that?
No.
With LeVar Burton flying through the sky on butterfly wings and a butterfly flying slightly behind him, and LeVar Burton opens up a book that says, "You ain't shit." Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Fuck you, butterflies.
Butterfly twice as high.
That's right. You ain't shit, butterflies.
You ain't shit butterfly.
There you go. And then there's... That guy, I think, is actually played by Pacino, but it's not supposed to be him. I think. I think that's how they're doing it.
I see the nose, so yes.
Looks like one of the Bee Gees. It's Barry. They're watching pornography in one of those booths. Like one of those booths. They have those. They still have those. I don't know. They had them when I lived in New York, anyway. Where it's basically just this booth in the porn shop where you just go in and you put in a coin in the machine and it plays a movie. You can either go in by yourself, you go in with somebody else. Although with COVID, I don't think they would let you go in with somebody else anymore.
Probably not.
Not that I ever went into one of them, but I was in the shops that had them. I was too frightened to do one of those things. Like, it's bad enough I'm in the shop already on a fairly regular basis. I don't need to go quite that deep into the communities yet. Thank you very much, no. They're watching porn that has a guitar playing in the background.
It's a music video.
It's a music video with fucking. And that's the victim from the first murder in that shot that you just saw there. There's the kitchen knife. There's a new victim. And that's the shot that you see on the cover of the DVD. And there's butt cheeks. And then he puts in another coin, make it sound like it's still playing. The guy's still in there, still occupied, so that way by the time it's finished playing, he'll be long gone. Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo-Boppy-Dub. Yo, this thing has been going.
I know, the washing machine is still going.
I told you.
That is so weird. Alright, whatever. I'm sure it's fine. It'll stop eventually. I want to say it was the way it was loaded, but you didn't load it any differently than we do, so...
Might be because of what's in it.
I don't think so.
It does have a giant blanket in it.
We watched blankets before.
It's the plastic thing.
It's the plastic thing. I like that lamp. He's having an existential crisis over there, and I'm just like, I want that lamp.
Is he?
Yeah, he's trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life now. He's like, I kind of liked this. I don't like this. And this is another thing. By making the killer in that last scene look like Pacino, it gives us the indication that maybe that was Pacino because of the way he's acting now.
So there's this whole thing where
Like maybe he's killing people now because of this. Like, no, but he's not. He's not in. You enjoy Paul Sorvino. Let me have a look at that washing machine.
You're not concerned?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned now. Nah, it's just on spin. I think it's just the way it was loaded. It's okay.
I apologize.
No, it's there's no way you could have known. Even I couldn't tell if it was being loaded wrong or not. You know, Paul Sorvino can sing.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Repo, the Genetic Opera?
No.
I think I might have mentioned that to you before. It was.
No.
It's got Giles from Buffy in it. He plays the owner of this company that makes synthetic organs and sells them to people when they're not able to pay them off. He sends a repo man to go repossess the organs. Yeah. And it's a musical. Because naturally. And he sings very well. He is arguably the best singer in the movie.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's a movie about gay clubs. I mean, I'm not sure how often we were not expecting to see gay clubs. That line is awful. I completely flubbed that joke. That's getting completely cut out of this.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to see it a lot, but it's just like...
Just because of, oh, Jesus, he's lubing up his entire hand. You see, and they're not showing us the insertion of the fist. They're just showing us the people's faces during said fisting.
Jesus Christ.
And now they cut away to people fighting over a pinball machine. There you go. You see? And that was the guy that tried to come on to Pacino earlier.
The guy with the eagle on his jacket. Leave him alone. He's a scumbag.
Oh, there's even scumbag even in their community.
There's bad people in all the communities, and I think that's the point of the movie.
Maybe. Want to dance?
And now we get to see the dancing scene where Al Pacino dances in the gay club. Oh, right, that's a thing.
He's so not into it.
Ah, that's funny. See, he's uncomfortable. He's very uncomfortable.
I want to wonder, like, some of these actors, like, do they ever have these moments of clarity, like, what the f am I doing with my life?
Honestly, as far as Pacino's concerned, he's just playing an undercover cop in a very awkward situation. Yeah, this is one of the more infamous scenes from this movie, the dance number. And you can sort of understand why he's like this, because he's very uncomfortable in his own body right now. He doesn't know what he wants to do with himself. He's very confused. Like he's enjoying this, but he doesn't want to look like he's enjoying it. So he's not sure how enthusiastic he should be, but at the same time, he's trying to attract the killer. So he wants to look enthusiastic about this, but again, he's torn. And now he's getting into it. See?
Yeah, Dick Lee works at a steakhouse in Station. The Iron Horse.
Works at a steakhouse.
Called the Iron Horse.
Animals will take care of those two cops for me.
Remember I said about the kitchen knife thing?
But I got something.
Works at a steakhouse.
Oh my god.
Goes up to the Ramble.
I'm not saying he's the killer. I'm just saying they make that a point here. What if the Iron Horse is a real place?
I know the Red Horse is. It's in Frederick.
Hey, look, it's Al Bundy.
Ooh.
Al Bundy, Married with Children.
Ooh.
Really? You never heard of Married with Children?
No.
Old sitcom with like a really raunchy family.
Probably seen it.
Ed O'Neill, the guy on the left, you'll see it. The guy without the mustache that sat down, the one that's wearing the tie. He was the dad. Now they're eating steak. Oh, come on, stop showing me delicious food.
Seriously, stop.
I'll have a steak.
Fat.
Make it two.
Are those sweet potato
I
fries?
found out something the other week.
Mm.
I was named after a character in the sitcom Step by Step.
What?
I was named after Cody.
You were named after Cody on Step by Step?
Yes.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Do you know why?
Why?
My mom was single at the time because my dad was in prison.
Right.
And she did not know what to name me. She was watching the show and she thought Cody was a really good name.
I mean, Cody's an awesome character. He's the surfer dude.
Yeah, he's gnarly, bro.
Yeah, he was
My mom, and do you
the surfer
know what
dude.
came up about it? She found a streaming service that has the entire show, and
Yeah,
she
Hulu
watched
has it, I think.
Yeah, and she was watching it, and she's like, "Cody, I finally found it! I found the show I named you after."
That's awesome.
Because she always said she named me after the show she was watching, but she completely
She couldn't
forgot
remember
what
which one
Yeah.
it was. Oh, that's so awesome. That is cool. That should be your profile picture on YouTube. It should just be Cody.
It should just be Cody.
Just be Cody from Step by Step. And then when he left the show, they replaced him with Bronson Pinchot. Remember from the Langoliers, the guy that needed to get to his meeting?
I need to get to Boston.
Yeah, he replaced Cody on that show. He played a French hairstylist or something like that.
Oh.
Let's go to work.
He's wearing a wire.
Is this actually like a thing they use?
Yeah. Well, in the 80s they did, yeah. 70s.
Now they just use drones.
Here we go.
I don't know if any of y'all heard that. That was my washing machine playing a nursery rhyme or some shit. We got a washing machine that plays like a rice cooker.
I'm pretty sure they heard the washing machine.
I don't know. I mean, they heard the machine gun part of it, but did they hear the little jingle it plays?
They're gonna
when it
hear all.
finishes? All right, I'm gonna pause for a second,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put the clothes in the dryer.
Okay.
We will be right back. And we are back.
He is. I'm just here.
He's just he never left. He is perpetually here. He is a part of the ship, part of the crew.
I love that reference.
He got
Part
the
of the
Pirates
Part of the ship.
of the Caribbean.
Part of the crew. Pirates of the Caribbean is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Series. Yes.
Series. Oh, really?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the latter day sequels? The Ian McShane, Javier Bardem.
Oh, like Dead Man Tell No Tales and everything?
Yeah.
I love
Stranger
those.
Tides and.
I like them.
I thought the what's it called? The Bardem one was pretty good.
I thought both of them were good. The main reason being, it is Jack at his best.
Is it though?
It really
I
is.
don't know about that.
I get more Jack Sparrow. I'm happy. And we're getting more Jack Sparrow.
We are.
There's another movie coming out, and they're going to do a series of when Jack was young.
Is Depp gonna play him?
No, he's not going to play the young version.
Mm-hmm.
But he is going to play Jack in the new movie because Disney reinstated him.
Oh, okay, that's right. Because of the whole Amber Heard shit.
It's not.
Oh
What are you doing here?
no! Oh, the scene is coming up, by the way.
Oh, did he show you his knife? No.
Now, what were you faggots doing?
What were you faggots doing?
You were gonna stick your mark.
This is the 80s,
What are you
David.
talking about?
I don't know.
Hey, we got enough to stick you away for 3 years right now.
As tight as a chicken's ass.
Now you want to do yourself a
You
favor?
get it? Tight as a chicken's ass.
Hey, listen,
I don't get it.
this guy proves me.
He says the words tight and ass in the same sentence.
He got me up to his phone with...
I want my lawyer. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, it's time.
Is this the what the fuck scene? Why? Why? Wait, he just leaves. What the fuck? What? I'm with Al Pacino. What the hell was that? Why did they, so they just open the door, a big burly black man comes in and just slaps the shit out of Al Pacino. And then he leaves.
Don't forget that all he's wearing is that loincloth shit.
I just said he was big and burly.
Yeah, but you didn't say that he's mostly naked either. And he's also wearing a cowboy hat. Don't forget
With,
the cowboy
with
hat.
like some weird like Australian necklace.
He's got like a tooth around his neck.
What? Why? Why?
No explanation.
That's the scene
Ever.
you wanted me to see?
Yes.
What did he hit me for? Who paid for the room?
That's the part you're concerned about? Why did he hit me?
Why was he there?
Why was he... I get why he was there, but why was he dressed the way he was?
I don't get why he
Maybe...
was there.
Oh, I get it. Maybe he was undercover too. And he was just in another room handling a different case. Also involving... there he is just sitting reading a newspaper.
Came in too soon, Sonny. You were too soon.
He just throws the hat out the window. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. He's got butt cheeks on him. Jesus. He got a double slap.
Watch my lips. Get your pants down. Get 'em off.
This is very aggressive.
They don't like the gays.
You think?
The floating ball test. We're gonna fill that sink with water. And we're gonna dip your balls in, and if they don't float, you're our main man.
What?
Why?
Maybe it has something to do with that whole semen thing I mentioned earlier.
Okay. Hold on.
I'm holding on.
Pose the fucking movie.
Pose the fucking movie.
I have to figure this out.
The floating ball test? You want to Google the floating ball test?
The floating ball test. I look up the floating ball test and this is the scene that goes.
Hey, maybe it's just known. It's just known.
Nope, it's just a thing in this movie.
Huh.
So they lied.
How Could You Deceive Me? Cruising by William Friedkin, starring Al Pacino and Ed O'Neill and Paul Sorvino.
His balls sunk like a rock.
Prints don't match.
Prints don't match.
Print on the court is different than a kid's print.
He's got them glowing green shoelaces.
Let me have this.
Oh no, it's just his sneakers. Never
I'm
mind.
telling you, I can make him give it up. He's only been working in that stick chair in the local 2 months. He's the wrong guy.
And now the dramatic music. slapped in the face. Don't ask questions.
Just do me.
Just do me. I have to do it now. I have to prove my heterosexuality.
Why can't you trust me?
He's an undercover cop. What do you mean, why can't he trust
What
you?
the fuck do you...
It's the job.
I hate these women in these movies.
Are you turned on?
It's the job. Do you not understand the
Why
concept?
don't you want me anymore?
Don't you want me anymore? Oh, that is the question, isn't it?
Yes, what I'm doing is affecting me.
It's affecting him. Mm-hmm.
I'm on your side, you know?
He's drinking orange juice out of a bottle and he's spelling it on the floor.
Damn you, Pacino!
I
Don't do that with the orange juice.
Neither do I.
Spilling the juice on the floor.
The gay's contagious.
Maybe we should cut loose for a while.
Don't say that.
I'm just joking.
That's not how that works.
I'm just joking.
You're revealing the movie's hidden plot.
It's not a hidden plot.
It's a hidden plot.
It's a hidden agenda.
It's the hidden agenda. It's the sleep agenda. You know, like you have the woke agenda. This is the sleep agenda.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Because the woke agenda is the opposite. It'd be saying that no, it can't be. But the sleep agenda, that's the people that want you to stay sleeping. So like, oh yeah, gay is a disease and it can be communicated through orange juice. The New York Post.
Oh, yo, he looks good in that shirt.
He does look good in that shirt.
There's just stuff going down. I don't think I can deal with it.
I need you.
I need you.
You're my partner and you can't let me down.
I
We're
can't.
up to our ass in this. And I'm counting on you.
That's not putting pressure on him.
No pressure. Just fate of the world is at stake.
Shut up. It's a gay killer.
It's a gay killer, also known as a killer.
The butt stabber.
The butt stabber? That is hashtag problematic. That
is not problematic.
It is very problematic.
It is not problematic.
Because he didn't stab anybody in the butt.
But he's gay.
So maybe
So
he's
he
not.
stabs butts.
Maybe the killer's not gay, and he's targeting gay people. Get your themes.
I'd like you to take this and see if you
I
can...
had an English teacher in elementary school always said that. It's like, pay attention to the themes in the movies, like, get your themes. And then we made jokes about Goya beans. Because the old commercial for Goya beans was like, get your beans. Goya beans. So we say, get your themes. Goya themes. Go Goya. Now I just made myself want beans.
Well, that's your fault.
I have no one to blame but myself.
Yes, I'm trying to locate a student, Stuart Richards. He's in the Department of Music and Speech. Yes, I believe.
He's slowly figuring it out.
Yeah, he's got the pictures of all the things and he's trying to narrow it down a bit. He's remembering people that he's seen and he sees pictures of the potential suspects. Up, Toby. Come on, up. You can do it. Oh. Earthquake test.
Oh, yo, it's the guy.
He's jogging. It's the guy.
He's next.
It's the person who's next.
He's the next victim.
He's the next victim because the camera is devoting time to him. Another very pretty car just went by. He's doing the working out.
That's why he's so sweaty. He's always.
And there's the dad from Boy Meets World.
God, what is this? Sheep shit?
Also making an appearance in Deathbed, the bed that eats.
Oh, man.
He's tracking him. I think Pacino thinks he's the killer. That's what I think is going on here.
But he's not.
I don't remember. We mentioned something about his dad, so...
Well, I know the movie's only like 20 minutes longer.
Something like that, yeah.
So we gotta figure something out.
Eventually, they will say who the killer is.
Eventually.
I hope. Is that the library?
Yes.
I recognize the pillars.
God, I love this man.
Which man?
This man.
This man?
This man.
Oh, is it Samurai Dude?
Okada's Izo.
Okada Izo.
Okada Easel.
Okada Izo. Is it Okada with a D or Okara with an R?
Okada.
Duh. Okada.
Okada.
Okada Izo.
He is one of.
He's still pumping
He's
the
one
iron.
of the 4 manslayers of Japan.
He's one of the 4 manslayers. Oh, is this in your game?
Yes, but he actually was like an actual historic figure.
So he's based on an actual person.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you said there are historical figures in the game.
Historical figures and mythological characters.
Combined. Into,
Well, because in their
into
universe,
one
in their universe,
unique.
it's all historic figures because they're all real.
And now dancing. See this guy.
He thinks it's that guy.
I think so. I think that's who he's
Implication.
checking up on. Because there appears to be a connection. I think maybe it has something to do with the college that he was calling. So he was calling a university.
So he's doing.
He's staking out basically. He's checking up on the guy. He thinks he might be the one.
Oh shit!
He's being creative. It's like, okay, I stopped the fan, now what?
Now you remove it. That is not that easily moved.
It was the 80s, maybe it was. Maybe the fans were just a piece of garbage.
I mean, it was New York, so yeah.
What does it mean anything?
It was New York slums.
New York slums? I wouldn't call this a slum necessarily. Looks like it's in a very well-to-do neighborhood. It just might have been a cheap fan.
Cheap.
Yeah. The musical theater.
Theater.
Interior, crocodile, alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Oh, and there is a picture.
Interior, crocodile, alligator.
You know the song.
You played.
Oh, I did play it. I did play it for you. That's right, I did. I forgot if I played that for you or not. Okay, cool.
He's gonna get caught.
Maybe.
More than likely.
That's possible. It depends. Like, when he's cased it out enough that he knows when he's going to be out and when he's coming back.
Oh, yep. He found
Oh
it.
shit! He found his secret stash of leather shit. It's a box. It's a box with some papers in it. I want to know what's in this box. Mr. John Richards.
I'm guessing these are the victim. No.
No. I think John Richards is the guy that he's staking out. This is a bunch of letters he's received that he's kept. Either that or that's someone he's mailing them to or something. Someday I'll be able to tell you all I've done to make you look up to me, but I ought not something. Yesterday in the park I saw an enormous dark shape. It seemed to have suspended a drip line in the trees.
What?
I don't know. And now he plays the piano. He's good. Like, didn't I leave that fan on? My God. The fan is ajar. Pacino's just smiling at him. My God, my papers have been jostled. I can't believe you've done this.
I don't understand what evidence he has of him. He didn't find any blood. He didn't.
I don't think he's got enough yet, but I think he's gonna maybe lead him on or something. I don't know. I can't remember what exactly happened, so I think this is important.
Father, I need to talk to you. I just want you to say something positive to me. I've tried to do everything you wanted, but it's never good enough.
I've taken it for granted that you understood, Stewie.
And that voice. is not his voice.
You know what you have to do.
That's the voice that the killer has been using the whole time.
You know.
So he's crazy as fuck. His father's dead.
I'm thinking. That seems to be the implication there, all things considered. He's getting ready. He's taking off the tennis shoes, putting on the boots.
And becoming the killer.
And becoming gay killer. There's the knife. He's got a Knife. That's a better looking knife than we've seen so far. So, I don't know what the hell we're talking about here. Kitchen knife. He has that cool looking knife the whole time. Or maybe it's implied that he's not the one that's been killing the people, and that he only had visions of the other victims because he read about it in the paper, and he just took out that knife because he thinks somebody. Hey, Friedkin is that deep sometimes, and maybe he's taking out that specific knife because that's his self-defense knife. Because he thinks maybe Pacino might be the one that's killing people, and he's after him next. So he's bringing that with him in case he gets hunted or something. I don't know. Movie's got layers.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's rated number 2.
You must be the famous John Force.
You ever see Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Just in time.
Raiden.
That is him?
That's the second Raiden, yeah.
Oh my god!
It's James Raymar, I think is what his first name is. His last name is Raymar for sure. He was in The Warriors. You know, Warriors come out and play. He was in that.
You must know he's out working an IBM machine in a primo brokerage house. You bastard. Pussy.
He wants to say, I am the police, but he can't. Now he's like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I getting so pissed about it? Because that was, I think, the apartment of the person he went to the diner with. The number movie is just this. Where the fuck is he now? What building? What building is this?
I have no idea.
We're completely lost. Well, why is he ringing? He's ringing that. Oh, wait a minute. He rang the bell and then he went around. It's this guy. It's the guy that he was staking out. He rang his bell and then went around the back. He's on his way out. He's cruising. He's doing the title of the movie. He's cruising. Right here in Central Park. Actually, this might be Gramercy Park. Maybe. No, it's got to be Central Park. Gramercy doesn't have walls like that. Plus, it's not even Manhattan. Which I guess is possible. Because that bridge structure there, I don't think is in Manhattan. At least not near the park, anyway. It's the infamous bench. The bench that's been used in many a documentary about the persecution of gay people by police officers.
I love it.
Yeah. Or at the very least, a very similar shot, because this was a very common thing that cops would do. The only difference here is that this guy is probably a killer, so.
I swear to God, if you light each other's cigarette pipe,
That is a thing people do. It saves on matches, but I don't know if that's a thing they're going to do here. I think he just has another lighter or something.
Thanks.
why are you being creepy about it?
They're trying to be subtle, because he doesn't know for sure if he can be trusted. Because that was the thing you had to do back then. It was very dangerous to be out because you didn't know. Someone was going to be an undercover cop, just going to bust you for soliciting when you were just trying to come onto somebody. And cops would do this. they would try to come on to people who they suspected were gay just so they could persecute gay people. Is the coffee not kicking in yet, or is the movie just making you go brr?
A little bit of both.
A little calm, eh? A little calm.
A little bit of cup A, a little cup B, a little bit of cup C.
Fuck is cup C?
Cup C.
Cup C?
Cup Cody.
Cup Cody? Step by step.
How big are you? Probably size. What do you...
Think it. I want to see the world. Go for it.
I'm confused.
Oh, don't be. You'll see what's happening.
You just killed the man?
No. Just stabbed him.
Your order should come down after the grand jury. You want to take the rest of the week off.
That's the movie.
Not quite. There's a little bit left.
Welcome to the detective division.
What's going on now?
Thinking another murder.
So he wasn't the murderer?
Or maybe he wasn't the only murderer.
So there's multiple.
Possibly.
Because they never did explain why the bodies were chopped up.
Yeah.
Who is he?
His name is Ted Bailey, works in a brokerage house downtown.
That was the guy that was hanging out with Pacino in the diner.
Went to the beach today with 3 friends.
So now it's
Got back about 6.
Pacino.
Went to work.
Not necessarily. The movie doesn't, like, hit one way or the other necessarily.
Must have been someone he knew. I think we got the murder weapon in there. It's a kitchen knife.
Oh boy.
She's wearing the outfit. I think she's just wearing it just to see what it looks like. I don't think there's any, like, hidden implications here.
It's funny. Get a strap on, honey.
Because she's wearing the men's jacket, now she needs a strap on? Really?
Yes.
Really, dude?
Yes.
Jumping to conclusions much?
I'm not jumping to.
Oh, now he's looking at the camera. He's like, yeah, maybe I am. I don't know anymore. He says he's going to tell her everything. Maybe everything is he's feeling a certain way about a certain set of people that he no longer doesn't like. I don't know. I think this is it.
It's a tugboat.
I think so. Either that, maybe they find another body part in the river or something. Or this just might be where it cuts out. Yep, that's it.
That is the strangest movie.
That's the strangest movie. We watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show last night, and that's the strangest movie.
No, just weird.
So, your thoughts? Penny for your thoughts?
It was a movie.
It was a movie. So, did you think it was a good movie?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, what did you not like about the movie? What was it that took you out of the experience?
Not really anything. It's just like nothing happened. Like,
A lot happened in the movie. There was murders, there was crime, there was Al Pacino's dancing.
I think the most memorable thing is the black man slap.
The slap. The slap heard round the world. just I'm sure if you just go on YouTube and look up cruising slap scene, I'm sure somebody uploaded that on there.
I will.
You're gonna check for it now? You're gonna check for the slap? I don't know. Would you recommend this to people if they were into like crime dramas?
Yep.
It's there?
Cruising slap scene.
Cruising slap scene. Yes. Link in the description.
No.
Cruising.
No.
So you wouldn't recommend this to people? Well, do you like crime dramas at all?
I like crime dramas. It's
All right,
just
but you wouldn't necessarily recommend this one.
not really.
Would you say it's boring?
Yeah, I think
You would call it boring. Okay.
I just think it's boring.
Do you think it's slow? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was a little slow? Okay, I can understand that argument. I can.
It's not in like the premise. It's just it was slow.
It was a little slow. It was a little slow.
It was like all, and then whenever like the Al Pacino's character and the chief or whatever,
Yeah.
captain.
Paul Sorvino, yeah.
It just seemed like just melodrama to be melodrama.
Okay. I mean,
It's very 80s.
it's very 80s. Yes, I will say that. Given, I would say it's still in like the 70s mentality of things. This is like early 80s, right? Check the actual years. I've been saying 80, 81, but I'm not.
80.
It's 80. It's 80. Yes, I think this is very much still in the 70s mentality of crime dramas, things like that, like Dirty Harry. What's it called? That movie, Death Wish. Very much in that same mentality. Less action-oriented, obviously, than those two.
Yeah.
But still very much 70s crime drama.
I mean, I'm a fan of, what's it called? With Mel Gibson.
Lethal Weapon?
Lethal Weapon.
That's definitely more of an action movie than a crime drama.
It is.
There's larger implications in most of those. Like, you got that whole diplomatic immunity shit in Lethal Weapon 2. And
I love that.
diplomatic immunity!
It's just been revoked.
It's just been revoked. I think that's on the list this year, too. Lethal Weapon 2.
Yay!
If only just so I could make fun of that scene. That's on the list.
I want to watch that movie with you.
Yeah, probably.
Because Mel Gibson
that's
is...
December, so it's on the
This
list.
is before he went all...
What, before he made the Jesus movie?
Yeah.
I don't know, did he go on his anti-Semitic rant before or after he
Lethal
made...
Weapon 3. It was
No,
after,
no, it was after 3?
It was after 3.
There were 4 of them, so he had his crazy spell, and then he made another Lethal Weapon movie?
Yeah.
I thought it was closer, because I know like South Park was making fun of it, and South Park... I don't know, when was Lethal Weapon 4? Google that shit.
When was Lethal Weapon 4? 98.
That was 98, okay. When did South Park start?
What year did South Park start?
Because that coincided.
97.
Yeah, I'm thinking it happened after Lethal Weapon 4. Like, it was some point between Lethal Weapon 4 and Last Temptation. Not Last Temptation. The Passion of the Christ. That's the one he did. Alright, so we don't recommend this to... I would recommend it, people who like crime dramas. I would say mostly people who like crime dramas and are very nostalgic for historical New York stuff. Because a lot of this it all appears to have at least been shot in New York. Or at the very least, it's shot to look like old New York.
Yes.
And like I said in the reaction, I'm very nostalgic for old New York myself.
You did live in it.
I did live in it. I didn't live in that version of old New York, but there's a lot of neighborhoods that still have that look to it. Like Greenwich Village is still like that, very much Soho, very much like that. And I think part of that was supposed to be Greenwich Village. Well, Luna's having a dream. Yeah, I would if you're interested in specifically crime dramas from this time, if you like William Friedkin in general, I would recommend it. Que sera, sera. I don't know, any other comments, thoughts
Not
about
really.
it? Yeah. You weren't as invested in the movie.
Not really.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's all. I may end up tacking this on. This is a short one.
I mean, you got what you wanted. You got the reaction from the slap scene.
Yeah. It was kind of just to show you the slap. That's kind of the whole point of this. I did also want to show you a more deeper movie than the shit that I've been showing you lately.
Yes.
So you got to see a little bit of that. And now we know it's not quite your thing.
It's not,
That's
it's
okay.
not my thing. It's just
we learn.
I think it's just the subject matter. It's just I'm not invested.
Well, what about the subject matter? Was it the specific crimes being investigated, or was
Specific
it
crimes? Because my questions were never
crimes
answered.
against the gay community? Okay, so what questions do you have? Because it
Well,
may
like-
have been answered. It's just
the
the answer may have been very
the
very
body
subtle.
parts were never brought up after the beginning.
Okay,
So like the whole thing that started the movie was not answered.
so I think there is an answer, and it's not necessarily stated in the text of the movie. So I could see where there would be frustration about that. I think the idea of the severed body parts is it's either a completely separate set of murders that the NYPD is conflating with these murders, or the killer was dismembering his victims initially, and they were just finding the victims, and then things were being
because
tied
here's my
together
thing.
that way.
And then it ends
it's
on
never
another
outright
murder.
stated, and then there's another murder, and that So that the whole idea of Friedkin having a different actor play the killer and the victim each time is to hint that it's possible it's not just one killer. And the fact that there is another murder at the very end leads us to think, okay, maybe they did get, either they got the wrong guy or there are multiple killers. Because the last thing the guy that they thinks the killer said is, I never killed anybody. Maybe he didn't. And maybe he did. I don't know. He was hallucinating about his dead father. Who knows? Point is, the idea of it is just reinforced by there being another murder at the end of it. And that the fact that it was the Pacino's friend that was that victim at the end, that leads us sort of to, okay, Pacino was really pissed off at Raymar for, I guess, just being in the same apartment as his friend. So maybe he was jealous and decided he went and go killed him. Who knows? The movie doesn't outright say it, and I think it's that ambiguity that we're left with, and that was the point.
Yeah.
It's sort of to leave it open-ended. As I don't think Friedkin has ever outright stated how the ending should be interpreted. Because I think he wants to leave it open to the audience to interpret. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That was Cruising. Anything else?
Not really.
Not really? Alright, cool. Later, bitches.